Okay, I got asked a question. And the question was, what are my thoughts on teachers dressing little boys up in dresses? Why you gotta do this to me? I gotta send a video too of a man that he went to a kindergarten school, I believe. And when he went in that room, I guess to go pick up his son or anything, something like that along those lines, and he seen his son in a dress, and he was like, "Get my son out that dress." You know what I'm saying? And don't ever put my son in a dress again. That's what he said. He said it calm, cool, and collective. Okay, I'm gonna have two parts for this. Okay, this is gonna be two parts. Okay, we're gonna have my personal opinion of what I would have did, and two, me breaking down like the situation in itself. All right, so let's start with what I would have did. Okay, so okay, God, oh man. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all because, like, we being honest. If I ever came to my kids' preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and they got my son dressed up in a dress, I'm sorry to say it, I'm beating the shit out of the teacher. Off rip. Man, woman, don't give a fuck. My hands are bisexual at that point. You get in the business. I'm sorry. I'm gonna run you through every freaking thing in that classroom, plus throwing you out the window. And then I'm going outside and kick your ass them out. I don't give a fuck. No, no, we're not doing that one. Like, I have nothing against anybody that choose to live their life that way. I respect people that live their life their way. It's their choice. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I don't do is force ideologies on people, whether it's religion, whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, people's personal preferences and things like that. I don't believe in forcing nobody to be a part of something that they're not, you know what I'm saying, into. Like, it's supposed to be a choice. My personal opinion on this is that if my son or my daughter decide to be a part of the LGBT community or whatever, that's their choice. But far as someone forcing that ideology upon my child, no. I'm going to war over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, when I do have my kids, I'm raising ladies and I'm raising gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they choose to, when they get older, that they like the same gender or whatever the case, that's cool. I'm going to love them. I'm still going to support them. You know, so I'm still going to do right by them, all that. That is no problem. But far as me having a teacher that's going to be dressing my son or daughter up in girl clothes or in guy clothes to make them look like a dude and all that, like, no. I'm sorry. That's just not going to fly with me. You know what I'm saying? The most respectful thing I ever seen, like, it was a gay man that was doing a video. I forgot his freaking name, but whenever I find the name of him, I'll put it in one of the videos to let y'all know to go check him out. Cause like, I respected what he said because he has a son himself. And one thing he said that I truly respected is that he was like, I may, you know what I'm saying, live this lifestyle. I may, you know what I'm saying, like, do what I do. But the one thing that I make sure I don't do, I don't let my son see me and a man kiss, hold hands, or do any of those things because I don't want him to think that's the way it is. I want, if he does decide to live my kind of lifestyle, it's going to be his choice. It's not going to be something that's going to be forced upon him. And that's one thing I respected because he cared about his son to have the opportunity to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind people being who they are, but I never want someone to force their ideology on anybody, like regardless of who you are, like in any shape or form on any type of situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your choice is your choice, but to try to force somebody into liking something that they're not into or making them think that or try to manipulate the situation to that. So that's one thing I respected about what he was talking about. Like he's like it's genuine. Like, I like people that are genuine and honest, like that they want to see people to have the choice to choose things instead of trying to like force their way of life or their way of believing upon other people. So, you know, so that was the thing that I really respected about what he was saying. And there's a lot of other videos too that he did that I agree with a lot of things they saying, like on being a better, you know, say individual and things like that. But now to go into like details on it, like, okay, look, if you want to, I guess, how can I say it? If you want to live that lifestyle, that's fine. Like it ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, but it should never be something that you forced upon like children. Just leave kids alone. Period. Like really, just leave kids alone. Like let kids be kids. Don't be trying to get them to do stuff that they shouldn't be really doing. Like you're a teacher, for God's sakes. Like your job is to teach them. You know what I'm saying? Not to force your ideology upon them. Like whether it's a religious one or whether it's, you know what I'm saying, being part of the LGBT community. Like whatever your, you know what I'm saying, personal preferences. Like as long as you don't force your ideology upon a child, your job is to teach them how to, you know what I'm saying, be a good individual, a good person, to respect other people, you know what I'm saying, how to you know what I'm saying, how to grow as an individual or something. You know what I'm saying? Something positive. Like it shouldn't be on no weird shit like that, like fucking with people kids on that kind of level. Like I'm just saying for me personally, I would have beat probably their ass. I ain't gonna lie. Like I just couldn't, no. Not mine. I'm going to war for mine. I'm sorry, personally. Like I said, like I have nothing against people that live their life their way. That's for anybody. Like everybody deserves to live their life however they wish it. But to force your way of life on to other people is a problem. I'm sorry. That's just not gonna fly in my honest opinion. Like, you know, so I'm around a lot of different people that comes from a lot of different backgrounds, but forcing your ideology upon people's children is just fucked up and wrong, man. Like that's just my personal opinion on that. Like my main thing is that if a child chooses to go that route, let them choose it on their own. Like don't be trying to like force it or manipulate it into their life. Like that's the way they should be. Like no, it should be a choice. Like they choose that lifestyle, not to force that lifestyle on them. And you know what I'm saying? And the main thing I would tell is a lot of parents, I don't care, you know what I'm saying, whether you gay straight or any of that, like it don't really matter. Like, man, start protecting your children, man, and start going up to these schools and finding out what's going on, because if that stuff is like real life going on, like you need to shut that stuff down. Like for real. Like to know that little boys and little girls are being, you know what I'm saying, subsidized into that kind of like way, like y'all need to definitely get out there and start, you know what I'm saying, watching over your kids, because if that kind of stuff is really going on, like on a higher, you know what I'm saying, caliber, like man, I'm scared for people, kids, man. I'm even scared a little bit for mine. Shit, I'm thinking about like if I do have kids, man, I'm homeschooling until they able to go to middle school or something. Homeschooling, like my kids don't know off times. Like no, we don't play none of that. You even tell me I gotta wear a dress, or you ain't gonna tell me I gotta dress up like a dude. No, no, like that. It should be a choice. You know what I'm saying? Not to force ideology on people. Like it's just one thing that I just don't like. I don't care who you are. Like I don't believe in like forcing your belief on people, forcing your, you know what I'm saying, sexual orientation. I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, forcing your personal political agendas and all that. Like I don't believe in none of that. I believe in choice. Like you make your choices on what you want to do in your life as you progress and get older. Like nobody should be forcing anything upon you. And it's a parent's job to protect their kids from people that will try to do things like that to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that you're supposed to do as a mother, as a father, is to protect your kids from being put in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the father, he handled it pretty good or whatever, like, but I'm sorry, like I had to go all the way left on that one. Like that's going too far. Like it's one thing, you know what I'm saying, if you were just talking about it, but you've real live put my kid in that. Like nah. I can't let it slide, because the thing about things like that, like I have to either one or two things gonna happen. Either I'm beating the brakes off the teacher, or either, you know what I'm saying, my kid is automatically no longer there ever. Like, and that got to be freaking going viral. That video need to go freaking viral for real. Like that's wild money. Like teachers doing stuff like that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I think it was one time that my nephew, I took him to, I think it was kindergarten or preschool or whatever. And it was something that like I didn't know that preschools, you know what I'm saying, do. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying, I had to learn, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm old school. And when it's certain things, you know what I'm saying, it lights up that antenna and make me go left on somebody. So what I seen was is that they take young children in the back and I guess kind of like partially strip them naked to make sure that they don't have any bruises. I guess it's just to make sure the parent ain't abusing the child or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying, or doing anything sexual or whatever to the child or whatever. And like I didn't know nothing about that. Like when I seen them try to like do that to my nephew to like strip him down, I guess for whatever the reason was. With like I said, I didn't know much about it. But a part of me was going finna get ready and get ignorant. I'm like, why the fuck are you stripping my nephew naked? Like I'm about to go left. Bitch, I'm about to beat your ass. Like, you better make something make sense. And then, you know what I'm saying? My brother told me, like, yeah, they do that just to make sure the kid is all right because some kids come in there with, like, bruises on their legs, bruises on their butt, or been burned and all that stuff. I was like, I understand that. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my nephew. I love my niece. You know what I'm saying? I love my cousins and all of them. Like, whenever I see them in, like, situations like that, me as a you know what I'm saying, big cousin or, you know what I'm saying, uncle, you know what I'm saying, like, or, you know what I'm saying, it just, it rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't like that because I seen him looking uncomfortable. So it's just like, it started to flare me up in there. I was like, bro, I'm finna get ready and drag this bitch, like, over my nephew. Like, I'm like, I don't really like all this weird shit that they got going on right there. I was like, yeah, I don't know if my mine can be in no place like that. No, I can't do it. My kid gonna have to do homeschool. We homeschool me my way. I'm sorry. It's just that's just rubbing me the wrong way. I don't like that whole like, you know what I'm saying, stripping the kid down, you know what I'm saying, to check. I understand you want to check and make sure they ain't, you know what I'm saying, got no bruises and stuff, but I don't know. It just me personally, it irks me. It irks me because like to me it's like that looked like a violation. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just like a violation to me. Like personally, like I don't want to see my kid looking like, you know what I'm saying, looking like, I don't know how to say it. Like maybe y'all parents or can educate me on that because I ain't gonna lie, boy. I felt some type of way. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I felt some type of way. I really did. Like I really wanted to beat somebody up that time. Like, but you know what I'm saying? I try to be composed because I'm like, this is their job, and I'm like, and my brother kind of like told me like, bro, that's what they do. I was like, I don't know. Like I don't like that way that they do that. Like no, like it's just weird. But I'm trying to understand. Like I said, I'm new to that whole little world that they added these weird things going on. Like it's just for me. Like I feel some type of way. I just don't want to. To me, that's just going a little too far with the violation. Like it's one thing. Like if you want to, you know what I'm saying, check and make sure. Like I don't know. Y'all, man, hopefully I was able to answer your question, but I'm just saying like just thinking about it, even though it was, you know what I'm saying, probably like a couple of years back, I don't care. It still irks me right now because I still feel like I should have just beat the shit out of them people. Like, but that's just me. I'm just saying, like, I want to, but it's just like I gotta let it go because you know what I'm saying. It's old now. You know what I'm saying. He moved up in grades and everything. He's doing the right thing, but it's just like I felt some type of way. Like it's just something that like the antenna went up. Like, nigga, why you got my nephew looking like that? Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm right now. I'm just I don't know. I'm just rambling a little bit because like just thinking about that, it just like brought back like it's just brought it right back. Just like how I just want to beat somebody ass up. I'm sorry. Like the violence came out of me in that thought process. Like, but I'm just saying like, just parents. All I ask is just man, y'all need to be more mindful to things like that and definitely check in on your kids in preschool and kindergarten and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your kids are straight and make sure they ain't trying to do no weird shit to your kids, man. Because, I don't know, like, there's some things I don't like. Like, forget all that. We're going to say forget it. I'm trying not to do a whole bunch of cussing, but it's hard. It's hard because I want to cuss a lot on that. That don't make no sense to me, but it is what it is. So, but hopefully I was able to answer your question about far as, you know what I'm saying, the teachers, you know what I'm saying, putting boys in dresses like that. Well, I'm sorry. Me personally, I'm beating you up if you put my kid in a freaking dress. Like, you know what I'm saying? When my kid get older and they decide that they want to be that way, that's cool. If you think you finna wear dresses up in this house, that's not gonna be flying. Like when you grown and got your own place, you can wear all the dresses you want. But in the house, you just gonna have to just be you. Like you ain't finna dress up like no lady though. I'm sorry, I just can't do that one. You ain't finna dress up like a girl. You can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be you. But you just ain't gonna be dressing up in no girl clothes. It's just not happening. We're not flying that boat. You fly that boat when you get in your own house. Just not in mine. No. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be yourself. I want you to be true to yourself. Daddy gonna love you. Daddy gonna respect, you know what I'm saying, your way of life. But the one thing that we will not do is do all the cross dressing in the household until you get in your own place where you can go and dress however you want. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be love. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna have a home. You know what I'm saying? All that. It's gonna be pure nothing but love. Ain't nothing gonna change with whatever life decisions you make. Whether it's my daughter or it's my son that decides to do it, of both of them, then I don't really care. Like it is what it is. But my thing is that I'm gonna do my best to try to make sure I raise young gentlemen and young ladies. You know what I'm saying? If, like I said, if they decide to go the other way, hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna trip about it. I ain't gonna flip out about it. Now I ain't gonna be loud and be a little bit stunned a little bit at first, but at the same time, like any father or mother, you know what I'm saying, it comes with the territory. But yeah, but protect your kids, man. Like that's the main thing from this. Just make sure you are going to these preschools and these kindergartens and checking in on your kids. Just pop up randomly and make sure that they ain't got your kids doing some weird stuff, man, or they ain't doing some weird stuff to your kids. Like at this point, like you can't put nothing past half of these schools. I'm sorry. Because after seeing that video, I was like, wow, like they really got all the, like they was just about to get ready and put another boy in a dress. Like it was wild. I was like, what? I need to start uploading these videos. I'm gonna upload probably the video on my page. I'm gonna try to put it on TikTok and I'm gonna try to put it on Facebook. So definitely check them out. Pretty soon I'm gonna flip most of these videos over to YouTube because I know a lot of people telling me that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't putting none of these videos on YouTube. We've been finding them on TikTok or finding them on Facebook. So I will start from here on out. I'm gonna put all the ones that I haven't put, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, that I have on TikTok and have on Facebook and, you know what I'm saying, a few of the other platforms. I'm gonna bring it to YouTube so you can watch it there. So make sure you hit the sub and subscribe to it. So much love, man. Hopefully I was able to answer your question a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, just protect your kids, man, for real. Peace.